Hello, hello, good afternoon. It's Monica from Life is Art, and I am jumping on here to do a very quick, hopefully very quick video showing how to add an easy pop-up to a card. And I had a couple questions about this, and I thought for sure that I had shown this process before in a video, but I can't seem to find it. So I thought, what else is there to do but come on and create a new video showing the exact card that I was creating before. So this card was created during the 30-minute card making stash dash this past week. And so we had to do a surprise inside. And one of the fun things about surprise inside is that you can do just about anything you want. So I wanted to add something that's quick and easy and not too much fuss. And so I added this pop-up coral reef. And I have used this mechanism many, many times. It is super simple. So I thought I would come on here and show you. So I was using the Friendly Fins stamp and dies, and also some of the Full of Life DSP on here. So let's go ahead and make our card insert. And I just realized I forgot to get a card base. Getting all this preparation done, and I didn't grab a card base because we're only going to be working on the inside of the card for this particular example. So I'm not showing you how I created the front of the card. That's kind of self-explanatory, but we will do the inside. So I'm going to first start by folding my card base. This is a standard 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And of course, I'm using it on the horizontal because we want our pop-up to pop up this way. And so I took the Friendly Fins dies and I created a cutout of the coral reef using some of the Full of Life DSP and a piece of white cardstock. And that's important for this because DSP can be a little light. And so you want to add a little bit of structure to this because it's popping up, but it's also holding some pieces. So I'm going to go ahead and do my glue trick where I put some glue on my hand, and then I take the thing that I'm going to be adhering and just tap it in the glue, and that really helps with all these little bits of the coral. So just tap it, tap it, tap it. And then when I want to line up pieces like this, I hold it up in the air with my fingers on either side and just kind of push the edges so that they line up. And that is pretty good at getting things in the place they need to be. And then that's it. You just stick it down. Okay, so that's just getting the coral reef ready. And then I can wipe the glue off my hand in case that gives anybody the heebie-jeebies. There we go. And then for the mechanism, we're going to come in with a piece of the DSP from the Full of Life collection that is 5 1/2 by 3 inches. Just going to scooch this out of the way. So 5 1/2 by 3 inches, and we're going to do some scoring on this. We're going to put it in our score, simply scored, and we're going to put it in along the 3-inch side. And all we're going to do is we're going to score every 1/2 inch. So we're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 1 inch, 1 1/2, 2 inches, and this is why I say this is a super easy way to add a pop-up, and 2 1/2. So we've scored every 1/2 inch along the 3-inch side. And then we can come in and fold. Now it's just a matter of folding, sorry, moving the whole table around here, folding the correct way. So our first one needs to be a valley fold, which means we push the score line down into the valley and lift the paper up. or we can lift it this way. We want to make sure everything lines up. So there's our valley fold. Then we need to create a mountain fold. So the next score line, we're pushing the score line up from behind, up the mountain. And then a valley fold. We're basically creating an accordion. So we're just going to go back and forth and back and forth. But it's important to start that first one as a valley fold. So just know you're going to start with the valley fold. So now we've got a valley, mountain, valley. So we're going back to the mountain. And then the last one will be a valley fold. Like that. Okay, so if I hold it up now, you can see we have an accordion happening. So we've got valley fold, mountain fold, valley fold, mountain fold, valley fold. Okay, in this very center bit between the two mountain folds here, this very center bit, we need to add some adhesive. And I like to use the tape. So we're going to add adhesive down there. And I like to try and put it as close to the top of that mountain fold as I can. Both sides. Okay, so those center two panels have a piece of adhesive. Then on the back side, we're going to add adhesive on our first panel, like so. We're going to go to the third panel, like so. The fourth panel, like so, although you don't really have to do both the third and fourth, but you need to do one of them. And then we're going to do the last panel, like so. So on the back side, we're putting adhesive in the first, third, fourth, and sixth panel. Had to count there for a second. And on the front, we're putting them in the two center ones, the third and fourth. Okay, on the back side, take the adhesive off the third panel. Actually, I was incorrect when I said either the third or the fourth. You have to do both. And what we're going to do, because we've taken the adhesive off this third panel, we're going to fold on this second crease line. Just fold it over and stick it down. Okay, so we've made a sticky up bit on the top side. Now we're going to take our adhesive off the fourth panel, like so. And we're going to fold this crease over, the one that's right beside the fourth panel. So the fifth and sixth panels are going to fold over. And so now we have two sticky up bits that are side by side. We've got our outside panels that are going to be flat. And these are the two panels that are going to come together and pinch whatever it is you want to stand up in the center of your card. If you're joining me live, just say hi or howdy. And if you're watching later on replay, you can say replay. And if you create a card like this, let me know. I would love to hear. Okay, so now within this sticky up part, we are going to add our coral reef. So I'm just going to peel off both of the facing adhesives. We're going to grab our coral reef and we're just going to put it about halfway down this tab, like so. So about 1/4 of an inch in. And then we're going to close those two panels that are pinching it together. And there we go. Now we just have to insert it into our card. Let's grab our card base. Okay, so this is the front of our card. And we're going to have it straddling that center crease. So the first thing we want to do is to take our adhesives off. 1 and 2. Okay, now we want to make sure those don't stick together. So I'm going to fold them back on themselves so that they're kind of hugging that coral reef. And we want to make sure that the white is facing the front of the card so that when it pops up, the colored part is going to be facing the person looking at the card. Now, you could always use 2 layers of DSP and just make sure the colors that you want showing get die cut on that side, but I think the white cardstock works great. Okay, so now what we need to do is we've got our white facing the front of our card. We're going to stick this into the crease of our card, and we're going to just fold it over. We're going to make sure that we've lined it up at the 2 ends, and now it is centered in our card. Just make sure it's all stuck down. And there we go. We have our pop-up that will open and stick up with our card. And then we can add a couple panels to decorate the card. So this one is 5.5 by 4.25 minus a little hair. So I took a little smidgen off, and to give us a little bit of leeway because there's a bit of bulk added with all those folded layers of cardstock or DSP in the center. So I'm lining up my pink with my pink here. And you can either line it up with the center or line it up with the outside. I'm going to try for the outside. There we go. Stick it down, and then I have a 1 inch or 5.5 by 1 inch piece that we can just add to the front. Now you don't necessarily have to do that because you've already got a little 1/2 inch there, but I want to add just a little bit more color. So this time I will line it up with the folded part. There we go. And then we can add a few more embellishments. So from the stamp set, I have stamped out the little stingray and some of the little rocks and anemones, and then also some of the little fish. So we can go ahead, maybe I'll use glue for this, and stick these on. Let's put our little stingray right there. The only thing you want to make sure is that none of your little bits are going to be sticking out when you close your card. That's the only thing you need to watch for. There we go. And then a little bit down here. Like so. And of course you can add as much detail as you want. But there we go. That's how you create that mechanism. Just have a 3 inch piece and do the 1/2 inch folding, accordion fold it, and then stick together all the pieces that you need to stick together to create that pinching part that's going to pinch whatever you want to stand up. This works for anything, not just for a coral reef. So I hope you enjoyed seeing that mechanism come together and are inspired to create a pop-up of your own inside your card using this simple method. All right, have a great day. We'll see you again soon. Toodaloo. Bye.